Yeah, after he whoops my ass, he tells the other guy, come whoop my ass. And this other dude come whoop my ass. And then he goes, hey, you should be able to take him on. That guy doesn't even have legs. And I see this motherfucker on nubs, like this. Like, let's go, Bart.
And welcome back, everybody, to another awesome episode of Careful Boys, where, Ryan, we are currently...
off the record.
Very nice, very nice.
Feels good to say.
From over there.
You know,
Nice.
there's so many other channels now that use off the record as their
Fucking
off
bitches.
the record, isn't there?
There's one, and then there's segments called off the record, and there's segments called hot seat.
How many are called Careful Boys with a Z?
0.
Not many.
Cool.
There it is. All right.
I agree.
Oh, that's the one.
Z? This is the Z? Is that a Z?
Oh, you're doing it like this?
Is this a Z?
I like it like
you're
this.
Z in it.
I like it like this.
What's that?
The woke moose.
Wow. So, Bart, you recently spent some time with Tim Kennedy?
Wow. It's American hero.
Good old America.
American hero.
That's so cool.
I remember you guys did a live stream together about
When all the Asians are getting beat up?
Yeah, all the Asians getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And then that was a cool kind of reaction. I feel like everyone kind of did their own part during that time to try to make sure Asian grandmas and everybody weren't getting fucked up.
For any fans who might not know who Tim Kennedy is, please.
Yeah, who dat?
To me, he is like Captain America, like the closest thing we have, mixed with like Jason Bourne. So he's
Wow.
Fucking sick, dude.
So what does he do for the military?
Chasing him.
So he was actually fighting in the UFC before he even joined the military. So it's just his career and lifeline is fucking crazy, and I think that's why he's such an inspiration of mine. So he was in the UFC, and then he joined the military, and then he became Special Forces Green Beret. So it's like cream of the crop. Then he becomes a sniper. So he's like super up there, and he's one of the only, I think he's the only one that I've ever heard of that has balanced the two. Literally, like fighting overseas, coming back, fighting in the UFC, going back and forth, and has been able to balance both.
Oh wow.
Damn.
So he's a career fighter and a military guy.
And he's
But like at a high level.
Yeah, he's made it into the top 10 UFC fighters at middleweight before. So he's a ranked fighter at one point. Yeah. And then after he finished like his military stuff, I think he's pretty much done, like his career skyrocketed after that, because then he became like the main go-to guy for History Channel, like whenever they have to let's get the guy to talk about special forces or the military or whatever.
So did he replace that one general that used to be the history guy?
Jesse Ventura?
Not a general, the old guy that he kept doing the military history guy on History Channel.
I don't know.
The old dude. Okay, never mind.
I only like the Ancient Aliens crazy doctor guy.
Oh, this guy?
So he's like the main authority there. He's also, people ask him about like crisis in different countries, like he'll like talk about stuff like there. So he has like actually a lot of different realms that he has his own fan base, and then now he started his own like kind of like protector course of like self-defense and all that stuff. Yeah, sheepdog response. So he has like all these things to like help. His whole like ethos about his living is how can we protect those that we love. And so like everything he does is like just a different aspect, like whether it's becoming more fit so that you can be a better protector, or actually learning how to protect, or like he even started an elementary school in Austin, Texas. Like how can we develop future leaders of America? Like that's like he has like 12 companies, and that's 100% of what he's about, and he's like living, breathing that. Meanwhile, he's like just like us, like he's just like a fuck around guy. Like you can tell he's a fucking kid, like stuck in a 40-year-old man's body that has the skills of Jason Bourne, but he's literally just like he could probably fit in with us. He's just like a fuck around dude.
You think he'll do shooting games with you where you guys are holding hands and you have to shoot?
When this motherfucker was whooping my ass, this fool was like having sex with me.
What do you mean?
No, we're like
a lot of things.
Yeah, show us.
like he's like whooping my ass, right? And he goes, he's like, I fucking love you. Oh, fucking bite me. And
he was being romantic.
yeah, he was just fucking around. Like he fucking bit me and gave me goosebumps and shit.
Your back started arching, you're like, oh.
I would tap, but it feels too good. Yeah, so he's just a fuck arounder.
That's tight.
Yeah, he's just a fuck arounder. But anyways, yeah, he was in Vegas because there was a SHOT Show, which is like a really, really big like firearms tactical like gun convention. So So he hit me up and he was like, hey, I'm gonna be in town. And then I'm like, oh shit, let me see if I can move some shit around. And I ended up having one day where I got to shoot with them, and another day we did like a bunch of grappling shit.
So is he a pretty good shot?
I mean, there's this one video that we posted.
That looked like nope.
He's like, I'm way.
We did this one video we posted, so I'm like decent, I think. And then so we were doing like these timer drills, like beep, and then you try to like get on target within like a second and a half.
That's crazy.
So I'm just focused on mine. He's in his lane. I don't even know we're fucking competing. But then of course he's a giant kid. So like after about 5 shots, he goes, hey, just to let you know, I'm making sure my second or third round is hitting before your first one does. Damn. I'm like, dude, bitch!
Damn.
So I'll do it again. And I'm like, and I would literally hear ding, 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 and then I'm like, ding.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh fuck. Cause then now I started thinking like macro, right? I'm like, dude, if you're a fucking terrorist or whatever the fuck on the other side, and you guys like, yoo-hoo, like pop,
Yeah,
like
dude.
see, catch eyes. This motherfucker's putting 3 rounds into you before you could even like, ah, fuck, you know, like before you're
Indiana Jones movie.
Are those the Libyans?
before you even pull the trigger on the AK. I'm like, that's fucking dope. The amount of training that he has. Is
Holy crap.
You know, with our training at the airsoft field, I feel like in war, I would probably be one of the first ones dead.
100%.
I might beat you to it.
You think so?
Dude, I'll die quick.
Because I realize there's like campers, and then they're just like, fuck it, right? I don't think, I just fuck it, and I just go in. So then all these bullets are hitting there, and I'm
Leroy
like,
Jenkins,
you know,
yeah.
I should probably take this more like real, but it's like when you're too scared, you just don't think, and you shut down, and you just go.
And you probably know like the airsoft's not gonna hurt anyways. So you're like, ah, fuck it, I'll just
Right.
run up on these motherfuckers.
Situation's a little different.
But yeah, the grappling day
Kind of the
was
same.
It's kind of the same.
the grappling day was really eye-opening because one of the exercises we did was we start from the knees in like a grappling position, and then so I have a gun in my waistband. He has a knife in his waistband, and then you touch hands just like, you know, any grappling match goes. And I think what they wanted to demonstrate, they didn't tell you the lesson until after.
So you just go.
You just go.
Oh.
So you know what you're armed with.
You have like a dummy gun?
Yeah, a dummy gun, he has a dummy knife. So as soon as we touch hands, the first thing I do is I aim for it, because like, that's what everyone thinks, right? Oh, fuck, that guy could fuck me up, all I need is a gun. But I pull my gun out, he immediately goes 2-on-1 on my hand, and I'm like, it turns into a jiu-jitsu match, immediately. So what they're trying to demonstrate, and he ends up shooting me with my own gun, he pistol whips me a bunch of times with my own gun, he takes his knife out and stabs me 30 times, like carotid artery, fucking takes off all my nuts, like he just rotisserie my ass. And then what he was trying to show is,
Like what you normally do?
yeah, he's like, what he's trying to show is, jiu-jitsu is literally like, in self-defense, it's up here. If you're in arm's length, the person, you have to get dominant position first, because people think if I have a gun, or I have a knife, or fucking nunchucks, or whatever the fuck, that if you're not in a dominant position, the other person will use it against you. And even for me, that who has done the jiu-jitsu on and off, I didn't even think like that, because that was the first thing I wanted.
Just go for the gun?
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude,
Go for the nuts.
I thought in my mind, I thought it was gonna be like this in slow motion. I was gonna be able to go like this,
In your
and then
face,
go
bitch.
boom, 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 ha, ha, ha. That's what I thought.
That's what I would think.
But
too.
it wasn't. If we're at arm's distance, he immediately took my gun. I'm like, oh shit, oh daddy, oh what the fuck?
What's the real move? Are you supposed to go?
Hiya! Get distance and then shoot.
Yeah.
The real move is jujitsu. Get in a dominant position. Get
Fall
his
your
side
back like
mount.
this.
Side mount. Get his back. Like.
Get leverage first, then use the weapon.
Exactly. As if the weapons don't exist. Do jujitsu. Get an underhook. Go whatever. And then when you have control of the situation, then you pull the weapon out.
So after he's unconscious, then gun to the head.
That's what John Wick does.
Wow.
And then you go, the debt has been paid.
So I had like a 5-minute match with him. He just whooped my ass for 5 minutes, and then after, this motherfucker like sicks his whole fucking team on me.
What?
Yeah, like what was, cause like I guess like I'm like the YouTube guy, so everyone's like, his whole team is like all Special Force, Navy SEAL, whatever. Everyone's like salivating.
Oh, they're like, I want a piece of this guy.
Yeah, everyone. And then when I first met him,
They're like, let's fuck with his dummy.
when I first met the team, it felt like you know the what's this, the show that goes is that Full House?
Is that Full House? I'm thinking Family Matters. No.
That's Full House.
Full House. Yeah, Full House.
It felt like that. It was like, hey Bart, so that's that guy, 20 years in Navy SEALs, like, and that guy was like special forces, whatever.
Opening credits.
Throw the jacket over his side.
So I met like fucking like eight fucking like Jason Bournes.
It's a full house of Uncle Jesse. It's a full house of Navy SEALs.
Yeah, I was like, hey, honestly, I was like, with you 7 or 8 fools here, I was like, you guys think you could take over like Las Vegas? And they're like, dude, we'll burn this motherfucker down.
Holy shit.
Are they specifically a unit?
No, they're all retired guys that came together to help create this company.
Got it.
Yeah.
What the
Sheepdog response.
okay.
Dope.
So afterwards, after he whoops my ass, he tells the other guy come fucking whoop my ass, and this other dude come fucking whoop my ass, and then he goes, hey, you should be able to take him on. That guy doesn't even have legs. And I see this motherfucker on nubs like this. Like, let's go, Bart, like that. And then I was like, motherfucker, you better watch the fuck out. And then I got legs. I'm like, what the, oh shit. And then this motherfucker got me in side mount like this. And he's fucking hitting me with his nubs and shit. Like,
Would you say that your life was sideways?
it's upside down.
Get that Shakespeare out of here, man.
I was like, dude. I came home like, babe, I got my ass whipped by someone with no legs.
And then Gio was immediately turned on.
I was like, dude.
It's like you got jumped in.
Dude, these motherfuckers
You're
are
a Navy
crazy,
SEAL now.
dude.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
So they're all different special forces guys
Yeah, all different, like,
with the same goal to like build like better.
yeah, because all of them are like 20, 30 years in. They're all done.
Oh.
Wow.
One of them was Hawaiian. His name's Yako. Shout out to Yako. Thank you for kicking my ass.
Oh, the guy with the beard?
Yeah.
That guy looks scary as
Yeah,
shit.
that guy's so fucking cool, dude. He's like all these Polynesian tats. He's from Hawaii.
Cool.
And he spent like 20 years in the army, and he taught like combatives in the army. And he whooped my ass the most too.
That's fun. Do you miss being a warrior?
Kind of. I missed that kind of training because I remember like
world.
when he told me what the day was gonna be, where we're gonna grapple, grab a bite to eat, and go shoot some guns, and then do whatever.
That sounds like a dream.
I was like, dude, is this fucking recess or what?
This is your guys' job?
I'm like, this is fucking cool, dude.
Damn.
What about military life where like you just train all the time?
So that's different. Like when it's like, I think the special forces guys get to have fun because they earned it. So by that time, you get to choose your weapon and you're kind of like untouchable. So like, you'll see all these crazy ass photos like special forces guys like in Afghanistan wearing chucks or fucking in like a Mickey Mouse outfit, fucking
They just look like G.I. Joes.
Because they have long hair, like they have their own dress code, like.
Yeah, and they could do whatever they want. They get to have fun. They could put lipstick on fucking terrorists and then blast them, or do whatever they could do all kinds of crazy shit.
Wow.
When you're in regular military, you can't. Everyone's like by the numbers. Everyone takes the gun out. All right, everyone show clear, and then there's like 100 people. So it's like at a regular shooting range. You know, everyone has to do the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's very.
So you didn't get to that enjoyment.
Yeah, those guys, they've done all that. They earned it. They're in a special league. They can literally go like, yo, you guys want to fucking jump in a helicopter tomorrow? They can do
Wow.
Damn.
stuff.
Dude, there was a story that Tim Kennedy told on Joe Rogan when I realized, I was like, oh, this motherfucker is like the real deal. I think he was in Iraq or something like that. And he was saying that there was the village that he was staying in, and there was this, I guess some fucking really bad people threw acid on this little girl. And she was like obviously fucking destroyed and really fucked up. And they were like, all right, so next day they found out who did it. They pulled up and they killed all of them. And I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, I had no idea that you could even do that.
Was that like an order that they got to do that?
But I think it's the fucking, like, yeah, tomorrow you want to go on a helicopter type of shit? Like,
Yeah.
It's like that kind of
So
stuff.
when you're over there, they have very vague orders, but also very clear at the same time. So for example, they'll be like, hey, you know the whatever XYZ regime? Like, I want that to be gone in like 2 months. And then that's it.
Oh, then it's up to you.
So now they're like, oh, cool, let's brainstorm. So do I go, oh shit, okay, so I know this leader actually has a side chick that the main chick doesn't know about. Can I blackmail this chick to assassinate or blackmail? You know, so how do I topple it from the inside out? So when the US leaves, they think the regime collapsed itself.
So Tim Kennedy was a honeypot.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like they'll be able to.
He seduced the terrorist's girlfriend.
They'll organize whatever strategy they need to make that whole thing like collapse from like the inside out.
That would be so funny if there was a pretty boy of the group, and he's always the sex spot. He's always like,
It's like the bear Jew. The bear Jew has a tank top on all the time.
he's
So
all like,
because of stuff
oh,
like that-
I'm not a fighter, but I can romance them.
So stuff like that, they get to have their own jurisdiction. You know, they could be like, oh wait, so that was the village leader that we've been trying to establish relationships with. The village leader really cares about this little girl. So to make sure that the village leader believe that we have his back, we'll get revenge for you.
So in a unit like that, is there a tactical guy that's not on the field that thinks of these like operations?
No, I think they're all there from what I understand.
So then they're all that level to like formulate a plan.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When we had Don on, I asked him, I'm like, how are these missions like? Is it like a general that whatever? He goes, no, it's like usually the general gives like one big mission set, and then the guys they get together, and then they'll literally put together. They're like, okay, this is the process. We'll gather some recon. We all go out, do our own thing. So people are in civilian clothes. Oh, I'm a journalist. Oh, I'll take a picture, or whatever. And they gather all they take all their data, and then they come up with a PowerPoint, and then they put their plan together, and they brief each other, and then they go and execute. And then, and then so that's where the extreme creativity comes into play, and then.
How big are the teams? And is it always just one? Like when you say special forces, don't they work together? Like the Green Berets and then the Navy SEALs or like whatever. Or
Depends on the mission.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
depends on the mission. So sometimes if it's like a direct action mission, like Osama bin Laden, like when we killed him, that's like, so the SEALs we have the spotlight on the SEALs because they're the ones. SEAL Team 6 comes in with the helicopter. I think they're supposed to like descend from top down and flush all the bad guys out. They literally rehearse it like it's a basketball drill. But I think the helicopter crashed, so like new plans, where they go in, they actually went upstairs. That's what we hear about. What also occurs at the same time is a bunch of other special operations. So whether Rangers or coalition forces from other countries, they're securing like the airspace.
To help assist with
Yeah,
that.
because Osama could immediately call for help, and then 5 other helicopters come. So you have other special ops securing the airspace, and everything is based off intel. And the intel can be faulty. People can lie because you're spies on both sides.
Yeah.
So people can be like, oh yeah, Osama's gonna be in building 1, but he really is in building 3. So at the same time, the other not as specialized groups, but are still special forces, because like SEAL Team 6 is here, then there's the other SEAL teams, and the same thing as like Delta Force is here, and the Green Berets are here. They attack building 1, but the other guys are attacking building 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at the same time, like 8 buildings are getting ambushed.
Whoa.
So it's like, that's why there's a lot of these other guys, like maybe this guy from Australia, from France or whatever, they're all it's the same mission if they have the super high value target like that.
Wow.
So yeah, Tim does all that shit. So like when I'm like eating with them, I'm always trying to like look into his eyes to see like the 1,000 like miles stare.
Yeah.
And when he looks at me, I'm just like this. And then I'm like, and then even when he's stabbing me up, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker did this for real.
Yeah. You can probably always tell, right?
Yeah. You're like, when he's stabbing me up, it's not like a play stab.
Right.
You know, like the pressure that I feel, I'm like, oh, he's punctured motherfuckers.
He's done
Oh
this.
shit.
These are vital spots.
Yeah. I'm like, what
Wow.
the? Yeah, literally vital spots, like fucking boom, 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 and then like,
yeah.
like just these
Premeditated.
specific areas into my fucking butthole and shit.
Stabbed your butthole?
Yeah, a couple times.
You sure it was the knife?
That's true. That was a very round knife.
Oh god.
Come on.
It almost felt like a flesh knife. You know, in the military, there's like these different rankings and hierarchies, right? In these special forces group, do they work more like a democracy, or is there actual like a team leader? and
It's
all that?
way more democratic.
Interesting.
Cheerocracy.
Because I think everyone has been through the rite of passage, so that is more important than your rank.
But I wonder how they establish, like, so if everyone has different ideas on how to execute a mission, and then like how
They put it all into a pinata and then somebody.
It might just be like informal hierarchy, right? It's like everybody's like formally like in a democratic kind of situation, but maybe they're just like, but we know that motherfucker's a gangster one, so I'm down to listen to what he.
But you also have positions though.
So it's like Ocean's 11, where
So, like-
he's the tech guy, he's
He's
the
recon. So he's recon. Even though like whatever research I've done, he has the ultimate say when it comes to research.
I see.
This guy is the plane guy, like Don. Don was the plane guy. So if shit hits the fan, we got to make sure like as soon as if our plan goes haywire, priority one is get Don on top of a fucking mountain so his satellite phone works. You know, so
They have
like,
specialties.
Exactly. So everyone has a specialty, so they contribute, but then they know when shit hits the fan who's the shot caller for each department.
Yeah.
I just imagine it being that situation where 5 guys are arguing about the plan, it gets all tense and loud, and then one guy turns around and says, "We're not gonna do any of that."
And it's the guy that retired.
Yeah.
That's the guy that didn't want to come
and
back.
He never talks. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's saying something.
And he's got an eye patch.
But in Bart's friend's case, they're all retired, and then they're all turning around with cigars. 5 chairs. 5 chairs. They're all like, "No, we're not doing any of that. No, we're not. No, that's my role."
It's just a ripple effect.
And then someone
not
has to
doing
say,
it.
someone always has to say, "But that plan's suicide." And then he goes, "And that's the one they'll least expect."
Did you ask Tim Kennedy about that?
I gotta ask him.
That's the one the least expected.
Always gonna happen that way.